जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा माई जय सुदर्शना। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा माई जय सुदर्शना। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे, जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे। जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे, जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे। जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे, जय श्री राधे जय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय, गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय निताय गौरा। हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। यो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद महाराज की। जो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की। आनंद गौड़ी वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य दास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। गो प्रेमानंदे all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigi. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Nama Pangajanaabhaya Nama Pangajamaline Nama Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre. Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Langayade Girim Yatkrivatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 6, verses 30 to 34. Actually, in the schedule I've given 30 to 32 only, and tomorrow 33 and 34. But tomorrow I have some activity, so I thought I will take all the 5 verses together today itself. So 5 verses today. We'll read verse 31st now. Yomam pashyadi sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyadi tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyadi. Yomam pashyadi sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyadi tasyaham na pranashyami sachamena pranashyadi. Yomam pashyadi sarvatra सर्वं च मयि पश्यति तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति. Yes, Renuka Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvatra mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Jayaprada Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Mam Pashyati Sarvarta Sarvam Cha Mayi Pashyati Tasyaham Na Pranashyami Sache Me Na Pranashyati. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Vasudevaya. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Right. Okay, Renuka Mataji, you can read the translation.
For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 31. Sarvabhutasthitam yo mam bhajatyekattvamasthitah sarvada vartamanopi sayogi mayi vartade. Sarvabhutasthitam yo mam bhajatyekattvamasthitah sarvada vartamanopi sayogi mayi vartade. Sarvabhutasthitam yo mam bhajatyekattvamasthitah sarvada vartamanopi sayogi mayi vartade. Hare Krishna. Yes, Jayaprada Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sarvabhutasthhitam yo mam bhajatekattvamastitah sarvatha vartamanopi sa yogi mayi vartate.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rekha Mataji. Okay. Hare. Yes.
I bought a book.
Okay, I know. Right. Very good.
Okay.
Rekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sarvabhutasthhitam yo mam bhajanti ekattvamashitah sarvatra vartamano api sayogi mayi vartate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Renuka Mataji.
Sarvabhutasthhitam yo mam bhajati ekatvam asthitah sarvatra vartamanopi sayogi mayi vartate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Okay, Jayaprada Mataji, you can read the translation.
The yogi who knows that I and the super soul within all creatures are one worships me and remains always in me in all circumstances. Hare Krishna.
Right. Hare Krishna. 32. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Atmaupamyena sarvatra yo mam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Atmapameya sarvatra samapashyati arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkam sayogi paramamataha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Renuka Mataji.
आत्मा औपन्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Jayapradamaji.
आत्मौपेन सर्वर्था समं पश्यति यो अर्जुन सुखम वा यदि वा दुःखम स योगी परमो मतः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. Right. Rekhamaji can read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, he is a perfect yogi who, by comparison to his own self, sees the true equality of all beings, both in their happiness and distress, O Arjuna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, right. Good. Arjuna Uvacha. Yoyam yogastvaya prokta samena madhusudana edasyaham na pashyami chanjalatva sthitim siram. Yoyam yogastvaya prokta samena madhusudana edasyaham na pashyami chanjalatva sthitim siram. Arjuna Uvacha. Yoyam yogastvaya prokta samyena madhusudana edasyaham na pashyami chanjalatva sthitim stiram. Right, Renugamaji.
अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन एतस्याहं न पश्यामि
Chanjalatva chanjalatva sthitim stiram.
चञ्चलत्व स्थितं स्थिरं
Sthitim stiram. Sthitim stiram.
स्थितिं स्थिरां स्थितं स्थिरां.
Right, right. Jayapradamaji.
अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्ता सामेन मधुसूदनः एतस्याहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलात्वस्थितं स्थिरां
Sthitim stiram.
स्थितिं स्थिरां. हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Rekhamaji.
Arjuna Vacha Yoayam Yogastvaya Prokta Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham Na Pashyami Chanchalatva Sthitim Siddham. Hare Krishna
Okay.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Right. Renugamaji can read the translation.
Arjuna said, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. Hare Krishna.
Right. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. 34. Chanjalam hi mana krishnam pramathi balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Chanjalam hi mana krishnam pramathi balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Chanjalam hi mana krishnam pramathi balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye Vayoriva Sudushkaram. Right. Jayapradamaji.
चंद्रम हि मन कृष्ण प्रमाथि बलवृद्रडम तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Right. Rekhamaji.
Chanchalam hi manah Krishna Pramati Balavadridaham Tasyami Nigraham Manye Vayu Eva Suduksharam.
Hare Krishna. Renugamaji.
Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathi balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayo iva sudushkaram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Okay. Jayapradamaji can read the translation.
For the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it seems to me more difficult than controlling the wind. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Snigdha Mataji has come. Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, I thought you were in the group because the last few times when you were asking, you're saying something like that you're in the group. But then I find out that you are not there, so I included.
Yes, you included me, Prabhuji.
Yes, I've included you. And you've seen the schedule, no?
I have not seen Prabhuji. Thank you,
My
Prabhuji.
God, you are not looking at the group. That's a problem.
Actually, Prabhuji, my WhatsApp number is 94394. That number we have to
94?
94394 76397.
Okay, I'll check out which one I have included. Right. You can read that verses now if you want.
Yes, Prabhuji. It is 34, I think.
34.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chanchala hi manah Krishna. Pramathi balabadrudham. Balabadrudham. Tasyahang nigrahang manye. Bayoriva sudushkaram. Sudushkaram.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmeedam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Drupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadantigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudhavadagamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahaganaruganadhanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadunam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Padan Saganadeda Shivshagan Vidam Sam E Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabando Jigalpade Govesha Gobiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhani Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpadubhasya kripa sindhubhyev cha paidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Idi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. Yoyam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. So we are coming to end of this description of how yogi practicing Dhyana Yoga achieves highest position. So in 29, 30, 31, 32, you find 4 different grades of yogi, 4 different levels he's reaching. First, almost similar meaning, 29, almost similar meaning, Sarvabhudastamatmanam Sarvabhudani Chatmani, Ichade Yoga Yuktatma Sarvatra Samadarshana. You find Krishna in everyone, everything, as Paramatma. Krishna, by his potency of being smaller than the smallest, Anur Anuamsham. He said the Anur Anuamsham. Smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest. Krishna can expand himself to any big, shapes or big sizes. And at the same time, he can shrink himself also. So in all the Jivatmas, Chetnas, you can see Krishna is residing as a Paramatma. Brahma Samaya is called Andandarasya Paramanu Chayandarastam. And every small atoms, even of the smallest atom also, Krishna can enter and sustain that object or entity. So atom, as you know, is the smallest object or smallest thing that is available in this universe, and it can enter even the atom also. Then that's why Krishna is in everything. Then Sarva Bhutani Chatme, everything is in Krishna. What is the explanation again? What is everything is in Krishna?
All
We are
living
part
beings.
and parcel.
Yeah, we are part and parcel of Krishna. That is it. How we have become part and parcel? How the universe and our bodies and all become part and parcel of Krishna?
Superior and inferior energy, his Antaranga and Bahiranga.
Yes. That is inferior energy is there. That is our, we call Bahiranga Shakti.
Bahiranga.
The 24 elements, Bahiranga Shakti. So the whole universe is resting on the energy of Krishna. Because from his energy only, this whole universe has been produced. And the bodies of all these living entities also made of 24 elements, which is from energy of Krishna. So that's why everything is resting in Krishna only. After Krishna has made the universes and the bodies of the 84 lakhs of species, which means Krishna, everything is resting in Krishna. Then Krishna enters into each and articles. That's why Krishna is in everything. So Krishna is in everything as Paramatma, and everything is in Krishna, in as much as all things is situated in the energy of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, yes. Somebody said something? Okay, in Srimad Bhagavatam is called Autam Prodam, vertical and horizontal. Vertical means it is he's entering in everything. Horizontal means everything is in him only. So that is a difference between Krishna and this one, the living entity. Living entity is situated only in his body, while Krishna is situated in all bodies. That is given in the 13th chapter, Kshetrajñam Chavimam Vidhi Sava Kshetreshu Bharata. Krishna is there in all bodies. Individual soul is there in the individual body only. The individual soul is not all pervading like the super soul. So when the yogi sees this, that everything is in Krishna is in everything and everything is in Krishna, then he sees the equality everywhere. He sees the equality everywhere, the equality is there. Although the bodies are maybe different, the equality is there in as much as Krishna is in everything and everything is in Krishna. That is equality. So everything is resting Krishna. So normally we know that the bodies or the individuals, we are situated in the external energy of Krishna, and those who are not devotees, they are always in Maya, and Maya is a Bahiranga Shakti, is energy of Krishna. Now, if you are devotee, if the devotee is there, devotee is always situated in Krishna's internal potency. Bhamanasu Kaunteya Devim Pragarim Ashridaha. So, devotees, they are always situated in Krishna's internal potency, and so qualitatively, he becomes one with Krishna. So this person now is qualitatively one with Krishna. This yogi who has realized Krishna Paramatma, he is now at par with Paramatma in as much as he is qualitatively, he is in the same quality of the internal potency of Krishna. But he is not everywhere. That person is not everywhere. He is not quantitatively, he is not spread all over. So that's the difference between individual soul and super soul. Individual soul is qualitatively same with Krishna, but quantitatively not. So if you see Srila Prabhupada's books, so many times, so many places he mentions that individual soul is qualitatively one with Krishna, but quantitatively different. So this is a meaning. This is a way you have to understand. For the yogi, now who is qualitatively Krishna, he sees others who are not at that level, who is now, they're still struggling. And they are not even aware that they are energy of Krishna, because they are totally not interested in spirituality, away from that. But the yogi knows that he is also a servant of Krishna, because he is serving the Maya, the energy of external energy of Krishna. He is in Maya. No, but everybody is under some authority. You may think that I am not controlled by anything, but we know that everyone is controlled by the gunas. Every living entity, everything is under gunas only. That is confirmed in the verse 19 of the 14th chapter. If you go to 14th chapter, verse 19, you'll find. Yes. Nanyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param veti madbhavam sodigacchati. Guna is there, everything, and everything is guna. Everything is controlled by gunas. Because of guna, we get this mithya hangara. But the person who is in mithya hangara, one who is controlled by guna, he is not aware of that. He doesn't know what is guna and all that, because he has not studied any shastra. He feels that he is doing everything and nobody is there above him. A person who has understood the shastra, by the way, anybody seeing that shastra pramana videos? Oh, Snigdhamaya. Nobody? Rekha Madaji, Cheprada Madaji, Reduga Madaji, Snigdhamaya.
No, Prabhu, sorry.
Huh?
No, Prabhu, I didn't saw that.
You're not seeing any videos. Till now, 9 sessions or hour, we have posted all the videos of all the sessions.
Prabhuji, actually, I feel it is little bit difficult to understand. 2-3 videos I have watched, but I feel little bit difficult.
But he is speaking very simply, very simple English, and he is explaining very nicely also. No, to understand, the first thing to understand is that, see, in every field, there is a knowledge, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
For example, he is showing a mobile. So, the knowledge of mobile is that, how you acquire this knowledge of mobile?
By practicing.
No, by seeing, no. See,
yes,
knowledge is there, knowledge, any transaction. Suppose somebody tells you, you bring the chair from that room into my cabin. If I give an instruction to somebody, please bring the chair or stool from that room here. So the person, he should understand, he should have knowledge of what is a room and what is stool, isn't it? Then only he can execute. So that is a knowledge in every transaction. There is a sarva vyavahara, that is knowledge. In every transaction, in the daily activities which you see, there is always an element of knowledge. You talk about computer, you got a book or anything, any small thing, or you can get stapler is there. Then you have to understand stapler is made of iron. There's got some spring, and then it is used for, stapling things, papers and all that. So this knowledge is there. So knowledge is an effect. And how you acquire the knowledge is called pramana. Prama is knowledge. Prama is the word for knowledge. Prama means knowledge. Now, how you acquire the knowledge, the cause of that knowledge is pramana, the means by which you gather this knowledge. So when you see this screwdriver or this computer or this mobile, first is you are seeing with the eye. So there are so many pramanas. There are totally 10 pramanas, starting from pratyaksha up to cheshta. The 10 pramanas are there. So basically, there are three major ones are pramanas are pratyaksha, anumana, and shabda. So this course gives you what is pratyaksha jnanam, what is pratyaksha anumana, what is pratyaksha anumanam, what is pratyaksha, what is anumana, and what is shabda pramana. That is given in detail. So when you don't understand, okay, you can look at it also, see it once more. But I also thought of starting a session on this, but I am not sure whether I should do it in English or Malayalam. So that is a confusion I'm facing. Otherwise, I thought of doing on, because Wednesday and Thursday, we are having some off days. So I thought maybe Wednesday or Thursday, one session, we'll do it for Shastra Pranamam, and this Pramanas. Very, very, very important. Unless you are very clear about this. So the idea is which pramana is the best. So we are establishing is that the Vedas are the best pramanas. So any object, any knowledge, any object within this universe, outside universe also, should be understood by the Veda pramana, which is Shabda pramana. That is being established in this. And the basic book by which the Prabhu is going on is Jiva Goswami's Tattva Pramana, Tattva Sandarbha. Jiva Goswami, one of the, who is Jiva Goswami?
Shat Goswami of Chaitanya.
Yes, Shat Goswami, one of the Shat Goswamis. And Jiva Goswami has written 6 wonderful books called Shat Sandarbha. Tattva Pramana, Paramatma Pramana, Jiva Pramana, Bhagat Pramana, Bhakti Pramana, and Preeti Pramana. Sorry, Sandarbha. I'm always getting that pramana in my mind. So, Jiva Sambandha, Tattva Sandarbha, Paramatma Sandarbha, Bhagavad Sandarbha, Preeti Sandarbha, Bhakti Sandarbha, and Preeti Sandarbha. These are the 6 Sandarbhas. So these pramana are coming from Tattva Sandarbha only. So maybe we'll decide later. Anyway, try to see one more time. And then if you find anything difficult, then maybe there's some text. These are also some additional notes are also there. So I have formed a group called Shastra Chakshusha. So those who are interested can join. And 6 persons, 6 devotees are included. So anybody interested in joining this new group, where we will be giving this, pure Shastra, maybe something advanced. So if you want, you can also join or request to join. Then I will include you also. Then we will start the session.
Yes, Prabhuji, please join me.
Okay, right.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. At the bit time, Prabhu.
No, there's no time for the group. I am just giving formed a new group in WhatsApp only, and in that WhatsApp I will be giving these matters, videos, this text and all that. On Shastras, some we can say some advanced materials or matters.
Okay, Prabhu. Please add me also.
Right, I'll add you.
Okay.
Right. So this yogi, he understands that everyone is situated in Krishna's energy. So he is a Samadarshina. So next way is Yomam Pashi Sarvatra Sarvachama. Next stage is Yomam Pashi Sarvatra Sarvachama. Tasyaham na pranashami. Now there is a relationship. That now he is forming a relationship with the Paramatma. It's more advanced. Now he tattvically, philosophically he has understood, realized Paramatma. And then there is establishment of relation where it says Tasyaham na pranashami sachame na pranashyari. Now there is a strong bond between Krishna as Paramatma and this yogi. This is Preeti only. So in Krishna consciousness, a person may be situated anywhere. Tasyam, Sarvada Vartamanobi is even Sarvada Vartamanobi also. But such a person, he sees all the manifestations and he understands Krishna everywhere. And then he is not even separated from Krishna even for a fraction of a second. Not separated from Krishna even for a fraction of a second. And from there you develop the love for Krishna. So first you realize Krishna as Paramatma, and then you develop a love for Krishna. Then the love develops, it becomes prema. Then there's an intimate relationship between, there's a strong bond between the devotee and Krishna. So this is called relationship. So this is possible, the relationship is possible only in the case of individuals only. As per Advaitins, there's only one pure consciousness only. Nothing else, only pure consciousness. But according to us, Jiva is living entity with highest consciousness. So there is life, there is person, and if there is no personality involved, where's the question of relationship? And everywhere you'll find in the Narada Bhakti Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam, everywhere you'll find this relationship which is expressed in terms of rasas. 5 primary rasas and 7 secondary rasas. The relationship is on the basis of rasas only. Dasi rasa, Sakha rasa, Valsya rasa, Madhuri rasa. Then some secondary rasas also there, like Karuna, Hasya, Bhibalsa, Bhyanaka, other things are there. So there is always a relationship existing between Krishna and the living entity, the individual soul. And the height of it is that the Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilojana Santa Sadeva Hrideshu Vilokayanti. He sees the Santa Yogi, every second he sees Krishna in his heart. So that's why Krishna says that Krishna cannot live without devotee even for a second, and devotee also cannot be separated even for a fraction of a second from Krishna. In the 8th chapter, in 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when you describe the activities of famous king Ambarish Maharaj, it is stated that Krishna says to Dasa, the living entity, that devotees live in my heart, and I am the heart of all the devotees. We are never separated. So in the next one, he says, Sarvabhuta Stilam Yomam Bhajati Egastama Astidaha Sarvada Vartamanobi Sayogi Mai Vartade. The yogi who knows that I and Super Soul with all creatures are one, worships me and remains always in me in all circumstances. So that once a relationship is established, there is no question of breaking this relationship. That is why it says Sarvata Vartamanobi. In whatever the situations the yogi finds himself, the devotee finds in any situation, any turbulent situation, he never, even for a millimeter, he doesn't stray away from the relationship. He has to establish Krishna. So he crosses all barriers in Shima and Mundaga Upanishad 3.1.3. It is said, Yada Pashyaha Pashyadi Rugmavarnam Kartaramisham Purusham Brahma Yonim Tada Vidwan Punyapaba Vidhuya Paramam Samyam Ubedi. Yada Pashyaha Pashyadi. Pashya means the seer. Pashyadi means seeing. So when the seer is seeing whom? Rugmavarnam Kartaramisham Purusham Brahmayonim. Rugmavarnams as resplendent as suns, as radiant as sun. So many instances you find that Krishna is and Paramatma and Bhagavan, when he appears, he's as resplendent as thousands of suns. So that resplendent nature of Krishna is given here, is Rugmavarnam. Kartaramisham is a creator of all the universes. He is a Purusha, universal Purusha. And Brahma Yonim, he is a supporter of Brahman. He is a basis of Brahman. So it is clear that the Brahman is situated in Krishna only. Advaitins will say the Brahman is everything. The Brahman has got a foundation. Brahman has got a cause. Brahman is not causeless. Only Krishna is causeless. Brahman has got a cause, and the cause is Krishna. Brahma Yonim. Tada, then what happens when he sees Krishna in this one? He sees that Tada Vidwan Punyapaba Vidhuya. Whatever auspicious, inauspicious, pure, piety, and the sinful act, he overcomes everything, the effects of everything, it comes, and Param Sami Upeti. So he is firmly situated in the internal potency of Krishna. Paramam Samyam Upeti. So every tinge, material tinge, every tinge of matter has been completely removed from him. And even though he may be now in the world, in this universe, and works still in this material world, Sarvada Vartamana still is in the material world, even then he is not contaminated with this matter or material energy of Krishna. He is situated in this Paramam Samyam Upeti. Paramam Samyam means Krishna is always situated in eternity, and the same devotee who has realized Krishna, he is situated in the same way, in the same energy of Krishna. So, in whatever situation he is there, he is not, maybe we have seen that Guru Nabhina Vicharede, and 22 verse 22 is very clearly given. Yam ladva chaparal lavam manyade nadhyam tada yasmin sido na dukkhena Guru Nabhina Vicharede. So next state 32, Atma Upamena Sarvatra Samam Pashyadi Arjuna Sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. He is a perfect yogi who, comparison to his own self, sees a true equality for all beings. Now, here we have to understand very clearly. Now, first he understands that everything, every living entities are equal, in as much as they are situated in Krishna's energy only, and Krishna is inside everyone. So everything is energy of Krishna. Krishna is in everything, and everything is in Krishna. That equality is established. Now, there are two types of living entities who has realized that, who have not realized that. Those who are realized that they are situated in the internal energy of Krishna, the Andaranga Shakti, namely, Andaranga Shakti is categorized into three: Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini. Sandhini means eternality. Samvit means knowledge, jnana, and Hladini means pleasure. So eternal knowledge and pleasure or bliss. Another term is Sat Chit Anand. So Sachidananda. That is the internal bodies of Krishna. So those who have realized this is they are situated in the internal energy of Krishna, and those who are not realized that they're struggling, Shada, they are in the external energy of Krishna. Now, within this group, this internal energy, this was talking about those who are in the internal energy of Krishna. Atma Vame Sarvatra Samam Pashyadi Arjuna. So he sees, the yogi who sees that there are others also who have realized this state. They have become equally realized. And he considers that person as himself. Atma Vamena. Because he sees that the person, it is not that they have become merged. He sees the other person also equally situated, equally realized. So we are in the same category, and he understands that. So here it is mentioned that Sugamva Yadiva Dukam Sa Yogi Paramamadaha, which means actually you have seen that the yogi and the realized such persons, he is not affected by material sorrows or happiness. Guru Napi Vichalide, Yasmin Sidona Dukkena, Guru Napi Vichalide. There may be heavy personal losses, heavy personal tragedies, or sometimes very pleasure also. But he is not related. He is unrelated to these events, in as much as this is material things only, and he is not related to these things or events which is connected with the body. As much as he is not connected, he sees other persons equally unconnected, equally not related to these events. That is equality. That is a real equality. In as much as the yogi is not related to the events in his life, whether in the form of pleasure or sorrow, he sees other person equally not related to pleasure and sorrow. He finds that he treats that person to be equal. Both are realized and both are situated in the internal potency of Krishna. So this is the highest state. As far as now, the real highest state is coming in the 47th verse only. But this the person who has realized the Paramatma, 29, 30, 31, 32, these are the 4 stages. And here, the person who is now self-realized, he is also being a Vaishnava. He is concerned about the persons who are not realized. Now he's seeing the people are struggling. Manashashtani Indriyani Pragadistani Karshadi, struggling this universe, existence, the struggle for existence going on, and suffering from these 3 types of miseries: Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, and Adidevik. What is the cause for sorrow? The devotee knows. Devotee knows the cause for sorrow is that because you are separated from Krishna. And the real solution is to connect it with Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, discusses Akhyana of Prahlad Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj is the best devotee. He's the greatest Vaishnava. He mentions that Nevojit Parva Durataya Vaitaranyas Tvaya Viragayana Mahamantra Magna Chitta Shoche Tado Vimukachedasa Indriyartha Maya Sukhaya Bharam Uddhado Vimudhan. He says that he is not afraid of this material existence, this material life. Although we know that Prahlad Maharaj has been tortured in various ways by his own father. Most inhuman treatment Prahlad Maharaj will suffer. But he's still not at all concerned with that. He says that I'm not at all afraid of material existence. Why? Because Twadvide Gayana Mahamandra Magnachitta. I am always absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. So he is, above this, he is not aware of this, the material sufferings he is undergoing, because he is always thinking of Krishna only. Why he is being put into fire, or when he is being beaten by these servants of Hiranyakashipu, when he is being fed poison, when he is being trampled by elephants, when he is being bitten by snakes, when he is being thrown from the mountains. He's totally unaware of that. He always is thinking of Krishna. So that is the level, the consciousness level of Prahlad Maharaj. But he says that I'm concerned not for myself, but those fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for happiness, for maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I'm simply concerned for them. I have great concern for those idiots who are always making great plans. We people. We are always making plans for our family members, how we should advance, how my husband, wife should be elevated, how my children should go up, advance. They should be sent to foreign countries after getting the degree from here, get postgraduate degrees, and everywhere it is now a fashion. Everybody will be sent to foreign countries only. And then settle there nicely. So many plans are made for the family members, for the societies, for the country. So Prahlad Maharaj says they are fools and rascals, but he feels compassion for them. Then he says, Payena Deva Munaya, so Vimukti Kama, Maunam Charadi Vijane, Na Parartha Nishtha, Naitan Vidhaya Kribana Vimukta Chego, Nanyam Todanya Saranam Brahmodo Nipashyade. He says that there are other persons, saintly persons, who are not interested in this kind of activities. But what they are doing, they are going to mountains and then meditating the Dhyana Yoga, and then they are realizing themselves, they without having any concern for these people who are struggling. So they are only concerned about their realization only. Their spiritual advancement, their realizations, and they are not at all interested in other living entities who are struggling. They are not interested in delivering others. But Prahlad Maharaj says, as for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. Now he says poor fools and rascals. Initially he said rascals. Now he says the poor fools and rascals. I don't want to be liberated alone, leaving aside these fools. I know that the only way they can be delivered is to bring them to Krishna consciousness. And without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. And therefore, I wish to bring them to your shelter. This is Vaishnava. So this is the highest realization. This is a Vaishnava, and Srila Prabhupada always says that Prahlad Maharaj is the ideal Vaishnava who is always concerned about paradukha. The quality of a Vaishnava is paradukha dukhi. He is always unhappy, seeing the misery of others, and always thinking about ways how to deliver them. And his only way is Krishna consciousness only. That's why we are ISKCON and all, especially ISKCON, are so active in bringing these members, bringing these fallen souls. So it's our duty to bring this everyone. And for that, we should be very sharp. We should really have clear knowledge. And we have immense faith on Shastras. So the Pramana course is only for the Shraddhalus who want to advance and who want to strengthen their spiritual knowledge, Shastric knowledge, so that their faith in Krishna will increase, and then that will open the door for pure devotions. So that's why the best thing is to understand Shastras, especially Vedas condensed as now Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you have thorough knowledge in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, then you can understand yourself, you can understand Krishna, then you can help others. So after hearing everything, Arjuna says here, Yoyam yogastvaya prokta samyena madhusudana edasya ham na pashyami chanjalatva sthitim siram. Oh Krishna, whatever you have said about this yoga practice, starting from the 10th verse, Shujay Deshe, up to this Sarvatra, 23 verses, I find it very impractical. Why impractical? Starting from the extent and the conditions required for executing this sadhana, this yoga. You have to leave your family, you have to go to forest, you have to go to a clean place, you have to follow some tirthas, holy places, stay there, then find a place for yourself to sit down, and then focus, closing your eyes, half closing your eyes, and focusing on eyebrows or the tip of the nose, then internally focusing on the Paramatma, then rigorously following the Brahmacharya Vrata, and rigorously detaching the mind from sense objects, senses as well as mind. Which are the objects of sense, objects for senses? Which are the objects of senses? Or can say, huh? Many times you are discussing this.
Testing these all are
not clear. I cannot hear you.
Pasyan, Swasan, Zingran.
Yes, correct. Sound, form, smell, taste, and touch. These are the sense objects. These are the senses are always looking after or going after this. Now, which is the sense objects for the mind? Icha, Dvesha, Sukham, Dukkham. These are the objects of mind. The mind is always dwelling on Sukha, Dukkha. Mind is always thinking on this, what is called Ishta and Ishta, Raga, Dvesha. This is what I like. This is what I now do not like. This is a pressure I want to drive. This is pain I want to avoid. So mind is always thinking in terms of that. Icha, Dvesha, Sukham, Dukkham, Sangas, Chedas, Chedanadridi. 13th verse, 7th verse of 13th chapter, where we discuss the 24 elements. And mind is also the one of the 24 elements, and the sense objects of mind is Icha, Dvesha, Sukham, Dukkham. So here the yogi have to practice this firmly detach senses from sense objects and mind from mind objects. Practice rigorously Brahmacharya Vrata. And both the school of Jnana school and this yoga school, this Brahmacharya Vrata is very rigorously practiced. Only in Bhakti school, you'll find that they are admitting Grihasthas also. So that's why Bhakti is for everyone, even for the most fallen one. Vaishya, Shudras, those who are born in sinful, or those who are very sinful, women, everything, everywhere. Krishna says that. The 9th chapter, Krishna says 32nd verse. Mami Partha Vibhashitya Yevisyu Pavayoneha Striyo Vaisham Sada Shudrams Devi Andi Param Gadim. Mami Partha Vibhashitra, if you are taking shelter in me, Whoever who is taking shelter in me, whether be a woman or a Vaishya or a Shudra or people even below that, below the outside the Varnashram system, is born Pavayonaya, still they can be delivered. That's the strength of the power of Bhakti Yoga. The power of Bhakti Yoga. Anybody can take up Bhakti Yoga. But in this yoga, Dhyana Yoga, only very qualified persons can do. And then on the realization level, what is that? Samam Pashyariso Arjuna. Everywhere, equal vision, treating everyone equally. Arjuna says that is very, very difficult. I cannot treat a saint along with a sinner. In the same way, I cannot see them both equally. Maybe you can do it for 1 or 2 days. Okay, you can. That is why Krishna, this is, see, after practice rigorously, maybe you reach a situation where your mind maybe it is equipoised, in equilibrium. But that lasts only for 2-3 days only. We have seen that. Sometimes we are in very calm, collected, serene. But often then that balance is lost, that consciousness is lost. Again, mind becomes very turbulent. So because mind is like that, chanchalatva sirim siram, it is very unsteady because mind is restless and unsteady. Because of that, Arjuna says, although he's an advanced person, Arya, he's not like not ordinary persons like us. He's very advanced spiritually. Because he's coming from a great background. He's a royal family. Where even then he says that it's very difficult for him. So if it is very difficult for him, then what about us, especially in Kali Yuga? Very difficult. This is not practical for he says it's not possible for me. Krishna, I feel that this is not for me. This is very impractical because the mind is restless. Then why the mind is advancing that is giving more explanation on that. He says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam. Why my mind is Chanchalam? Because it is very pramati and balavadridam. Pramati means always agitating. Always agitated. Mind is always agitated. Every second something come inside mind and mind to start agitation. I should not do this. I should do that. This thought I should not do enter my heart and my mind. That thing should be there. I should behave in this manner. Others should behave this manner. Mind will not leave you even for a fraction of a second. Balavat, very strong. Dridam, obstinate. If you catch hold of something, the mind will catch hold of for maybe even for days together. The mind will not leave it. It will keep on coming back. You have these experiences?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
You may not want to think about that. You want to leave that. But every second or every say, very often and lot, keep on coming back. So it is Balavad Dridam. So how to control that? How we can control that? We cannot. I cannot control my mind. I can control air. Air, air can come in even a small hole. Even a small space, in the minute space inside the air can enter. Arjuna says, Vayu river, that is as difficult as trying to control the wind. So in the purport, Krishna, yes?
Prabhuji, turbulent.
Turbulent, yes.
Turbulent.
Turbulent means always full of anxieties. It's always what you call a churning stage, Or let's say, suppose we find an ocean and a strong wind is coming. The ocean is always, waves are coming up like anything. So we say the ocean is very turbulent. Waves are continually coming, and high waves, high tides. So that is called a turbulent state. And mind is like that. One after the waves and waves. So that's why mind is always considered in waves. Waves are continuous. Now you've seen the sea. You see that waves are now stopping. So in the Purport, Srila Prabhupada gives a quotation from Kathopanishad, Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi. He is comparing the Kathopanishad is comparing the body to a Shariram Ratham Cha. The body is compared to a chariot, and the soul is a passenger. Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi. Soul is a passenger. Buddhim Sarathim. Buddhi is a driver, charioteer. And Mana Pragram. Mana is a reins. Mind is a reins. Because of mind and the buddhi, the intelligence is trying to control the senses through the reins. The senses are compared to horses. Indriyani hayanahur. So the body is chariot. Senses are the horses. Buddhi is a driver, and buddhi is controlling the horses, or the charioteer is controlling the horses by reins. Or in the modern say, if you leave instead of chariot, it's a car, the wheels, and then you the steering. But then you cannot compare this because and tires and wheels are what you call jada padartha. That's in chariot you will find this horses are live things. So the horses are the senses, mind is a rein, intelligence is a driver, the chariot is the body, and the passenger, the soul is inside this chariot, is a passenger. And what is the soul doing? He is trying to enjoy with his mind and with his senses. He is enjoying what? Gocharam, Vishayams Gocharam. So you find so many objects where the chariot is going, so many objects are there, and mind is trying to enjoy these objects. Atmendriya Mano Yukto Bhuktedi Ahu. So this is our situation. We are always after sense gratification. Sense objects of the senses, objects of the senses and objects of the mind. And buddhi cannot do anything. Buddhi is supposed to be discrimination, but buddhi, although discrimination is there, mind is always defeating buddhi. Mind is so engrossed. So buddhi is trying to direct the mind. Oh, my dear mind, this is not good for you. It's very difficult for you. This is not a good thing for you. Please don't do this. The mind will not listen. So the mind drags buddhi also along that, but buddhi also becomes contaminated. And the poor soul is helpless because he is now surrounded by the contaminated intelligence, contaminated mind, contaminated senses. And the mind also and the soul gets carried away with this. And he also becomes enjoyer of senses. So with this situation, especially the mind being always turbulent, anxiety, always restless, it is very difficult for me to control the mind and reach that state which you have described. Realize it's very difficult. The mind is not there. Mind will not be steady. It will not remain in the same position always. So here, Krishna, Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramadi balavidudam. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, he says Krishna. Krishna one meaning of Krishna is that Karshari yoginams paramahamsams chedanas idi Krishna. Krishna is the one who forcefully attracts the mind of the very powerfully minded yogis and paramahamsas. Paramahamsas and yogi, they are very strongly, and in Atmarama, they are enjoying the bliss of the self, the Brahman. But Krishna is so powerful, Krishna is so attractive, he attracts the mind of these powerfully minded yogis and paramahamsas.
Excuse me, Prabhuji. Karsati
Yes.
Paramahamsa Yoginam.
Karshari yoginams paramahamsanam chedanas idi Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So Krishna is all attractive. He can attract everyone. So Arjuna knows to defeat this mind, only Krishna can help me. If you are getting attracted to Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, very simply rendered to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you are somehow or other, you are attracted to chanting the holy name continuously, then you can easily control the mind, because mind is always looking after sukha. Senses are also looking after sukha, pleasure. So when you derive more pleasure from chanting Hare Krishna, then you are not bothered about the pleasure of others, other things, senses and mind. So this is the only way you can control the mind. And the best method and the most pleasing and happy process. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So tomorrow there will not be a class. In the schedule was given that Wednesday there will be 33 and 34. But today we have covered all the 5. Any clarification you need?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, before you told jo 6 vegas are there. Vani ka veg, man ka veg, jiva ka veg, indriya veg, udar veg, and genital veg.
Yeah. There is a nectar of instruction.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam. Control the words, control the mind, control the anger. Udara upashta vegam. Jihva vegam. Jihva means tongue. Udara means stomach, and upashta means genitals. So word, mind, anger, tongue, stomach, and genitals. These are the 6 vegas, these 6 controls. Stomach. I mean, you always on fill of stomach with food. So you have to control eating. Means you have to control the eating.
So Prabhuji, what is the difference between the udara and jiva?
Jihva, yes. Udara, jihva means you are relation to taste. Isn't it? Tongue may not be, its interest is not to fill that with quantities. They are looking after taste. Jihva is always interested in taste. The tongue is always tasting. While udara is trying to get filling. So in English, you can say glutton and gourmet. Gourmet means one who relishes nice food, a taster. But glutton means he just like that, he takes huge quantities. So Bhakta actually collected both eating process only. One is taking so much food. The thing is, you cannot. Tongue is given the taste, no, and then you want to take it more and more and more. So tongue is it generates a taste, and then the stomach wants more and more and more. I mean, you need more and more. So you have to control that. Okay, yuktahara viharasya, I've seen that yuktahara viharasya. You can take limited form, which is required, but not more beyond that. But since the tongue is untrained and it looks for more and more. Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Mataji, you can render chant Narasimha Kirtan.
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlad Ladadaine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimha Bahi Nasimho Vidhay Nasimho Narasimham Madim Sharanam Prapade Savasara Kamalavare Nakam Albudha Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Nasimhadev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Itai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Itai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari 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 Bol Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanabhadram Mrityurmutyam Namamaham Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanabhadram Mrityurmutyam Namamaham Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Bhishanabhadram Mrityurmutyam Namamaham Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Prahladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Pinga Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha Prahladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Pinga
Bhakti Vignash, sorry, Shuddha Bhakti Vignashaya Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki.
Jai
Vaishnava Bhakti Shesh Pada Maharaj ki.
Jai
Gram Panchakal Padrubhascha.
Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavatapya Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha
Nanda Godi Vaishnava Vrinda ki.
Jai
Prabhupada ki.
Jai